Hello guys, this video we will talk something about the basic command if you log in the device successfully and then how to do some configuration. And first, let's say the command. The command of devices is very similar like the DOS command. And this will display after you log in the devices successfully. Maybe choose the console, telnet, or maybe SSH. Of course, if you use a web way, maybe you can direct it to see the operation page from the GUI. It's very easy for us to understand. And the RGOS command also is very easy to use and provide rich, proper, and error message. If you to do some configuration, run configuration command, maybe we also can provide some error warning for you, so you can change to give the correct command. Like this page, this one is successfully, maybe you log in the device. And then you will see the device name is Ruijie, and then to give some special configuration, we will enter in different page. So about the command, we also will be divided in 4 types. The first type is the user configuration mode. And this mode, we will have special character of the cursor is this one. So first time you log in the device, you will enter in the user configuration mode. And in this mode, we only can check some device information, and we also have some limitation. You only can check less information. So this is the first one. The second one is the privileged expert mode. And we will see the character like the dash is this one. And in this mode, you can see all the information of the device. That means you can check all the information, show something. And also maybe you can to do some test like the ping 1 something like this one. But if you want to add some command like enable the OSPF protocol or maybe to change the device name, you have to enter the third one, global configuration mode. And the key character is config and dash. Then you can configure the global parameters of the device, enable STP protocol, or maybe enable some telnet service, something like this. And the first one is the interface configuration mode. And you have to enter the interface, and the special character is config if and the special interface type. Then in this mode, you can give the configuration of the interface, like the IP address, like the mask, and also maybe you can enable some OSPF protocol for this interface, something like this. So there are 4 types. And of course, someone maybe say, if you want to do some configuration of the telnet, we will enter the special configuration mode, right? To enter the line interface. And also maybe in the future, when we do the configuration about the OSPF, you also have to configure a global of OSPF protocol. So these are special one, but there are 4 types mainly we will use. And how to enter different mode, how to exist to back to the other mode, we will have some command to do the switching. About the user configuration mode, we will say the character is greater than, right? If you want to enter the privilege expert mode, you have to use the key point is enable. And if you want to come back, you have to enter the key point of the exist. And the next one, you have to configure terminal to enter the global configuration mode. And also is a command exist to come back the previous mode. Next hope, how to enter the interface, you have to use a key point of interface and to go to the special interface one. And the comeback is exact. So there are the key points if you want to enter different mode. And about the RCNA course, we have lots of technology, and we also will provide the lab guide. So in the lab guide, when you do the configuration, you will see the detail, how to enter different mode and how to give the correct configuration. And then let's see some paging display of the command. The first one on the command, if the information cannot be complete display on the page, it will be displayed in the paging mode. You can see the keyword is more. The more value will be displayed on the last line, like this one. You will use the command show running, right? And the one page is not enough, so you will see the key point of more and enter. Next one, if you press the enter button, then you can directly to see the next line. And if you directly to press the space bar, then you can see the next page. So this is very important because maybe you have lots of information when you use one command. And the second one, you also will have some common abbreviation and complementing. The RGOS CLI supports the command of the abbreviations. Let's see an example. For one, if the command is not unique, you need to complement it till it can be uniquely identified. If you want to enter the global configuration command, you have to use the key command is config terminal, right? And of course, you can use some special like the config T and directly enter. We will have the same result. That's because config T only the config terminal will be abbreviation to become config T. Otherwise, for example, you can press the tab button to complement the current command. For example, you want to enter one visitor interface and you don't remember what's the full command. You can directly to use int and then use the tab button. Then the system will directly to show you the full name is interface. And then you only remember the interface type is faster Ethernet. Then you can give the value of FA and then use the tab button. Then you can get all the information. So this one is very important of the button tab. And the next part is seeking help. If you forget a command, right? Or maybe you have some question about the command, you can directly enter the question to get the reminder. Because the command is too much. I don't remember the full name and I only know the keywords. So in this scenario, you can use a question mark. For example, now you are in the privilege expert page and you want to enter into the global configuration mode and you only remember the beginning word is config and then you can use a question. And the system will remind you the full name is config. And then you also want to enter the other places and you only remember some first two values. You also can use a question mark so you can get lots of information. And the next one is the arrows. Maybe you give the wrong parameter, right? Maybe you lost some parameters. The system also will remind you and according to the error message, so you can come back and to give the correct parameter. And here are three types. It will tell you this is unrecognized host or address, or maybe the protocol are not wrong. This sentence means that the command cannot be identified and the protocol does not exist. If the command shows you incomplete command, that means you lost some parameters. And another one is invalid input detected at the market. Then maybe you give some wrong parameters, right? And here are an example. And for example, you directly to enter the to give the parameter of ABC, we cannot recognize this value is not belong to the RGOS command. And maybe you will use the show and directly enter, and it will remind you that incomplete command. Show what the information you want to get, you have to let the system know. Or maybe you will directly to show AAQ. This is the invalid input because the system also don't know what means AAQ. So this also will warning to you. And this is the basic command. When you do the configuration, you will see.